this was made by Mount.
can use the
He
meta.
is, can always reach out to him on Discord, but
we're missing a squad lead for Alpha and
I don't know.
too, so Staffelberg, can you push up to that?
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't see where they're missing a alpha team lead or a squad lead because both alpha slots are filled.
They are now, yeah. Steffenberg hopped up.
Yeah, that's fair, Mox.
Delta
It's always
still
better to
doesn't have
donate
a
to the
squad lead.
streamer than have Twitch take the 50% cut through
We're talking about
bits or
BLUFOR.
subs.
BLUFOR is adjusting their company right now.
Okay, yeah, no.
Right now we're 47 versus 57. Are we expecting
Yeah, no,
more people on inform?
But yeah, I
I'm
haven't
happy.
published any missions for FNF recently, because actually at all, period, technically, because I had some and then they changed things
Fierce,
and
you
I
good?
never updated
Yeah,
them.
no, I'm happy. Yeah, I'm good.
I just got slime.
I've just been busy with other things.
Alrighty, let's.
Guy in that squad.
What squad are we talking about?
Foxtrux 1, BLUFOR.
We have it.
Yeah, there's another dude.
Alright.
For N4,
It's filled.
Alright.
Delta squad lead on N4.
Alright.
We got it. Delta 1 lead is going to be Delta lead. There's no Delta 2, so it's fine.
It is possible to lead from a team. They'll get on company comms, be fine. Or platoon comms.
Alright, let's push the match screen.
Alright, let's see how things go.
Dorime. Oh.
He's ready to get kicked.
Oh yeah, there goes Mountain.
Check it off, boys.
Don't drink shit.
I'm not drinking for that. It's just Mountain.
Going faster than I can
Well,
count
yeah, there's a lot of pros and cons to that. I was just replying to what Mox said,
Come on,
so.
honey. Goddamn. Jinxing us.
He's got some time to shine. Hey, now, Ameno is
Life,
a really
COVID,
good
and Bloodwine.
song.
Yeah.
Alright. We will.
Why is there an op force
Alright.
symbol?
Who made the mission?
I did. Mountain.
Alright, give us a brief.
Attack, defend, both sides have 7.62 rifles, and 4 has a lot of 50 cals, and BLUFOR has a lot of ways to kill those 50 cals. Any questions?
G36s aren't 7.62 though.
I'm sorry you went very fast there.
Attack, defend, OP4, N4. N4 has a lot of 50 cals, BLUFOR has a lot of ways to kill those 50 cals. Any questions?
What?
No.
Question from M4 company lead.
No questions at this time.
Alrighty, this is round 1 of the night. Let's get it started. Round 1 of FNF starts.
Meant to say right now, I'm going to change my name to Lcpl Liru, because usually I name it, give Twitch URLs in there, so people give me their Twitch URLs. And we're back on, hitting my buttons here to make the menus go away. I need to quickly look to Independent, because he said 7.62 rifles. Yeah, no, he switched them to AKMs. So, let me go in the mission command and just get rid of that. Because now both sides have 7.62 based weaponry. I don't know why it was written that they, had G36s if there's no... I don't know. Alright, whatever. This wouldn't be the first time that the description didn't match the thing. I'm gonna poke Iceberg with something real quick. So Iceberg's been making a bunch of FNF bingo related stuff, and we were coming up with ideas for it. And another one should be the fucking mission description doesn't match the gear. Because you guys saw that said G36s, right? He didn't mean G3s though, because these are AKMs. Because... Yeah, and Iceberg immediately replies with, yes, yes, with capital letters. I love it. Yeah, so there is a player numbers advantage in there. Did the mission not save, for the love of God? But yeah, there's a 15% numbers advantage on BLUFOR because they're the attacking team. Usually the attacking team gets some sort of numbers advantage here, but let me... Yeah, okay, that's updated. Cool. But now, let's look at GREENFOR here. GREENFOR, they're AKM-based. God, what type of armor? It's a Russian body armor. I forget what faction uses it, though, because it's again, RHS-based. I want to say Serrani Defense Force or something like that, but you see that they're built off of AAF kits, and then they have a script that re-scripts their weaponry to that. But we have 4 mobile 50 cal technicals. We got 3 static HMG technicals. These are the vanilla statics. The mat team is the Igla for GREENFOR, and let me just quickly look at their squad-based machine gun's going to be a PKM, so we're likely going to see PKP for... No, we don't have any machine gun teams, actually. That's interesting. Actually, as I say that, I click on Con Science here. He has the PKP. So basically your general Op4 base group, but they're using, you know, 50 cal statics as defense. Looks like it's going to be an ammo cache defense 2 on 2 sites. Here's the first one, and the second one is over here in this town. Now, BLUFOR, the attacking faction, all they see is the the locked-in areas right here. Actually, because we don't have anyone coing today, I can give you an extra treat here, guys. Let me go into my tools. Let's go under options, and I'm gonna throw on my TFAR plugin, and it'll kick me in there in a second. Or it'll just crash my frickin' TFAR client, of course. Thank you, TFAR. Really cool. Alright, give me 1 second. But we can listen to them locally until they start dying, in which case I gotta go back up to Casting Couch, because then they'll be able to hear me, but... don't you love it?
Error.
You have it on workshop? Okay, then what you gotta do is you gotta go over to, the local file browser on Arma 3.
Alright, so that was someone walking someone in on how to download the mod set. Now TFAR should take me. Or TFAR... Fucking TeamSpeak crashed again! Piece of shit. Alright, well, I guess today was the day that the world decides to screw me here. Yeah, I know, right? I gotta get good or something. Who the fuck knows? That's a little infuriating if you ask me, but... I'm gonna try one more time, and if it crashes the fucking application again, I'll just,
Now after that, make sure you...
Channel switched.
Yeah, because it's moving me, but then it's kicking me out, so... Let's try this. I apologize, guys. I don't mean for it to do this, do me dirty like this, but what can you do? Alright, trying one more time, and if it doesn't let me, it doesn't let me.
Error.
Okay,
Channel
come on.
switched.
Nope, it crashed again. Alright, so it does not like me. I'm sorry, guys. I can't do it today. For whatever reason, TeamSpeak just doesn't want to be stable for me when I throw the plugin on, so... Whatever, I tried. We'll just have to assume what they're thinking of when they get into everything there.
User left your channel. Channel switched.
That's a shame. Okay. Otherwise, we'll go off the get-go there. So, the black zones, again, represent where BLUFOR knows where the cache location is, but they still have to search everything, and GREENFOR can use that to their advantage. Meanwhile, BLUFOR, starting up on the top, they've got SCARs, which are 20-round 7.62 rifles, and they have... their Grenadiers are still going to be 5.56 base, so... A little bit of a disadvantage for them because... They only have 20-round magazines for 7.62, whereas their hostile faction is going to have 30-round magazines, and not all of their guys are going to have 7.62 based weaponry. But they do have custom Friday Night Fights config file that helps kind of rebalance some of the caliber weaponry, so it's a little bit more balanced. Killing out saying call Moneybags and have him pay for better client. I don't think there's anything that he could do to fix something like that, but I'll keep that suggestion with a grain of salt. Killing Gao. How's the server? Server is better. They were having some more desync issues for EU, so I was only able to cover one round. That is because they were testing some new scripture, and the script kind of blew up in their face, but they allegedly were able to restabilize it. I got some really funny highlights out of it too. We saw Phasmophobia in Arma 3 with a an active hunt going on with a CSAT guy, and we also had a really funny Detroit Become Human moment of the server just started mass kicking people in the lobby, and I just was laughing my ass off. Otherwise, BLUFOR, back to the action. We got 249s for the machine guns, and we have 240 Bravos for the machine gun teams. I already saw one of them around here, and otherwise, you know, with the pilots, you got the marksman. There's a 240 Bravo. We saw a marksman rifle with, you know, the Mark 11 with an MOS scope. That's always parallel between the groups. You either have an SVD with that or the Mark 11, but the Mark 11 has, I think, a 20-round magazine instead of a 10. But otherwise, you have the helicopters right here, which are 2 Hueys. One is completely loaded to bear, and the other one, I guess, is just going to be a pilot and a gunner, so that's a little interesting to see. Usually, you only want to see 3 people in the crews. That way, the gunner can switch when that one's out of ammo. You can go to the other one. And then we got the transport Vics, we got the 2 armed Humvees, and we have the 177s. Again, the Grenadier, the grenade machine gun, GMG, is rescripted to fire 7.62 instead of the machine gun for grenades, because that's pretty damn OP. So you have some guys still spawning as NATO units. Again, once they spawn in, they start moving. A script rescripts them to have the proper gear, which you just saw happen right there. So overall, this will be about a 105-person operation. Someone just messaged me. And I have another viewpoint for the multi-twitch. So give me 1 second to do multi. And there we go. We got a lot of people streaming that downstairs. If something works, doesn't work, just throw money at it. Yeah. If only it worked that way in Arma 3's sense, which honestly it doesn't. It's just a lot of trial and error and crying. Now, interesting enough, we do have the explosive specialist for GREENFOR going out into the forest. I think they're going to try to put some distant explosive traps, which is kind of cool. I would much rather prefer them I would much rather prefer seeing them, putting explosive traps around a cache itself. That way it maximizes the chance of BLUFOR actually going up to the trap, whereas putting them in the forest right here can make it difficult. But it's also because the engineers are also the guys that can build fortifications like this. So we just saw a bunker get put down that GREENFOR is probably going to use as an overwatch point for their strategy. Overall with this AO, if I was BLUFOR, I have done a few AOs around this part of Kujari. It's pretty nice. This town, in my opinion, is actually a lot more defensible than this town. Here's why. BLUFOR, especially with this low fog here, they have a lot of opportunity to get right on top of this town. The only real difficult part of this town is the little bit of perimeter you get between the buildings themselves and the tree line. But the tree lines are on the higher ground with the forest, so down here with the fog, it's going to be a lot tougher to see people unless they blatantly skyline compared to people up here that can just look over and look into the fog and see the, you know, the white and black silhouettes in the fog itself. So, I mean, if they had all white gear and, like, white guns, it would be a lot better, but I think GREENFOR is going to find themselves a little at a disadvantage here defending this specific AO. There's a lot of places that they can hold an interior perimeter, but at that point, having BLUFOR get right on top of you through these, you know, blocks of buildings would be really, really difficult for, you know, GREENFOR to kind of counter. Now, looking at the other AO, on the other hand, look at this. You have a perimeter, which is this village. You have a lot of places on the high ground that you can put sandbags and stuff to cover yourselves, and you have all of this open territory on the outskirts to prevent BLUFOR from coming in. So if I were to argue with you, and then, I mean, we got extra spots right here where you can set up little murder holes and shit. And, you know, that helps limit the 50 cal Vics coming in and killing you. So I would argue this is the better AO to defend from. I would put a lot more guys in there, and then maybe like a skeleton crew in this AO to kind of get behind BLUFOR's lines and take them out from the rear. The argument, though, with this AO is that it's big and there's a lot of room to have CQC, but it's difficult to say because there's a lot of cereal box buildings. What I mean cereal box is there's no texture for its interior, so it's just, you know, an asset, a building that you can't enter, for example, like this one, which is, you know, fully enterable and shit, which happens to have the cache. Now, don't get me wrong, this building itself with the cache, where the cache is in, excuse me, is a lot better. Like, you can put a squad in there, Wickety split, it would be a little packed, I'd say a team would be better, and you can set up a lot of, you know, you can hold out for a while, but just, I think instead Independence trying to set up an outer perimeter here.
Wish I had a PC to play with you guys.
But I don't think that's good for GREENFOR to do in this situation. You know, I think it would be spent a lot better somewhere else. Oh my, and then you also have this. This isn't going to get abused to high hell at all. You know, BLUFOR can just get under there and shoot through the bottom of that bunker right there and murk them, unless there's a hidden solid right there. But yeah, I do not like GREENFOR's strategy. I think they're gonna sacrifice that AO to defend this one, when in reality they need to be doing the opposite, because BLUFOR can easily get into this AO, whereas this AO would be a lot harder for them to push in. But that's the nature of Friday Night Fights. You see two different strategies get put in through the commands of both sides, and you get to see how they mash, and we all enjoy watching them get murdered. But Wolf Hunter, thanks for the 3-month resub. I hope your computer gets upgraded soon. There's so many things we can do in Arma that I would love for you to participate in, but regardless, till then, hope you keep enjoying the ops, hope you enjoy this branch of Friday Night Fights, and I hope you're staying safe from COVID. Is there going to be anything fun in the fog? Good question. I don't know. I mean, it's covering the low ground pretty well, but this is just going to give BLUFOR an advantage to move in. The issue with the area around the GREENFOR position here is it's out of the fog, which makes these positions a lot easier to spot. So, I don't know. I think they're being a little, like, they have the right idea. Like, if you just took everyone in this town and then you built some cops, like, on the outside and really, like, for example, you got a blind spot. Like, let's find where a blind spot is. We have a blind spot right here, where, you know, it's hard for, you know, some angles to kind of see over this hill. Put the cop right here and lock that down, because you still have that open area, you know? But anyway, there's the mission start. GREENFOR has made their bed here, and now they're going to lie in it. I do like how they decided to pick one AO to defend, to put all their eggs in one basket for that defense. It's a 50-minute round. We'll have to see how things go, but I don't know. And yeah, I mean, Tempesto's right. BLUFOR can gain a massive advantage by overloading more defensible positions. I mean, all BLUFOR has to do is spearhead into here, but look at the rear security. If BLUFOR decides to hit this AO first and then come around on the southern side, they could completely catch GREENFOR off guard. And nothing's worse on a defending player base than making them have to reposition from the defensive lines they've made into, you know, trying to counterattack and attacking force with no plan or fortifications. So I could easily see a flaw in GREENFOR's plan. If they take that, they'll probably reassign units to defend this sector, but, you know, right here with vehicles, you could easily get guys in the low ground, dismount here, and then boom, you're in the town. And it looks like Anderson, I think, is understanding that potential risk. He is one of the head honchos in Friday Night Fights. He's going to probably set up a 50 cal down here to try and hold that spot. But hopefully an alligator doesn't get him. Either way, BLUFOR has already begun sending vehicles down. We've got both Hueys deploying here. We've got 5+ and 8+, so we probably have like a fire team or two. And the fire teams, again, they're not like 4 people. The fire teams can be up to like 6 or 7 people in size. So they might be trying to do a rush objective or deploy somewhere to the south to open up a pincer maneuver. We also see possibly, yep, a fire team worth of guys with a 50 cal truck that are going to try to do something, some sort of counterattack here, potentially hold this T intersection to harass any BLUFOR guys coming in, so should be interesting. Yeah, no, there's no desync or lag so far. I think they coordinated the issues and fixed them in EU, similar to what happened last week to, you know, make it work for NA, but we'll have to see how things go. No, there are no boats. Kujari, it's pretty hard to do boat ops on because the rivers aren't 100%. Like they're deep enough to let like small RHIBs through, but there's not that much of the map that has the river here. I say that and we see the entire river going here. But my point is there's like breaks in the river that, you know, you can't really traverse the entire thing by boat. But if we ever do Kujari back in the mod set for TSB, I'll look into possibly doing a river op on that. But yeah, no, we got BLUFOR coming in. They're doing a landing over here. This would be Iceberg, dropping off a marksman team of Platoon Medic and Galil, and they're part of Platoon 1 HQ. And they're going to probably try to recon this objective out to see if it's safe. Then this other team is going to probably deploy south somewhere. Meanwhile, we got BLUFOR dismounting early on, potentially foreseeing that GREENFOR ambush. That's pretty smart. And they're probably going to go the rest of the way on foot. So good tactics on BLUFOR to anticipate Independent trying to do a counterattack rush. Basically where GREENFOR charges to BLUFOR spawn, tries to run into them in transit and get a bunch of kills on their, you know, the BLUFOR's mounted Vics, specifically transports to score a bunch of free kills early on. So BLUFOR is playing defensive on that, so it's interesting. Who's playing tonight? Well, let's look on the roster. We got people like Pierce, Victor Kowak, a lot of people from TSB in both the TSB branch and Scandi Recon. Stalingrad, who is really Stautenberg, but we also call Stalin Bay. Staten Bay, excuse me. Let's see, Wiki, Night Owl, people I recognize. Thrawn Boy. He's in the group of people from Paw Patrol that I Zeus for now. We got Task Force 121, the people I did the Liberation charity stream with. I joined in on them doing it, which was pretty cool. G-Legs is in here, one of the, you know, bigger shots in FNF. I don't see T5 Bay or T4 Herb. Nope, as I say that, here's T4 and T5. Two really heavy-hitting players. Got Boston, I believe he is streaming on the multi. Foehammer, who I see occasionally in PvP stuff. Usually I see him flying, so it's interesting to see him on the ground today. Hoyt, Warwick, Firefighter, Mannerheim, all of those people I recognize, so... Yeah, no, a lot of heavy hitters tonight. Paw Patrol, it's a long story. But we'll start seeing a cool campaign I'm working with them later. We had a Halloween op where they were fighting a bunch of furries last night. And they lost, and then got stripped. And then I ended the mission before anything more inappropriate happened. But let's see, BLUFOR, they're gonna try to do a close landing here. I haven't seen any of those aircraft going to do any recon yet, which is interesting. Normally for the Hueys, you'd want to see stuff like that. The Hueys would draw out fire from independent positions, and then the helicopter pilots would mark where those are. So BLUFOR would know going in where the heavy guns are so they can avoid them or attack them head on. But yeah, we'll probably see that Paw Patrol mission tomorrow as a funny Halloween op. I'm thinking for tomorrow I'll do a highlight, I'll do the Paw Patrol op, and then the either the next instance of Project 12, the zombie campaign, or we'll do the TSB Halloween op from Thursday, because that was a pretty good spoopy one. My favorite part again was hiding the zombie spiders, the spider crawler zombies in the wheat fields, so they couldn't see them until they were like literally right up to them in the dark, and I was told that was a really nice, terrifying touch. Alright, so we have a group of infantry deployed to the south here. It's just a squad of 5. This is, we got people like Olaf, Nerisk, Patriot in there, so that's definitely a veteran team. Looks like GREENFOR have actually adapted their strategy. They've pushed people to the southern corner, giving a much bigger perimeter here. I think in hopes of once they identify where BLUFOR is coming from, they'll go in and counterattack. But we're probably about to have first contact right here. GREENFOR watching this BLUFOR group drive by. I'm surprised these guys haven't engaged the exposed gunners yet. I mean, this would be perfect. Frank takes him out, Spam takes out the other one if they time those shots. No right side security. Machine gun lined up. There's the engagement. They get both gunners. Beautiful coordination right there by Frank and Spam. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Now they're trying to shoot out the wheels. Trying to shoot the drivers out too, but 2 free kills and the 50 cal car driving out. Shots are going a little short here. Grenadier round goes out as well. God, that's why you always have someone watching left and someone watching right. We might have a, Yep, there's a 3rd kill and a 4th kill in there. So that is... Jeez, how many people died to that? That's 4 dudes dead, unfortunately, from Task Force 121. That's why you always have someone watching left and right. BLUFOR got completely caught off guard there, but we do have a driver knocked unconscious. I don't know if that was a friendly fire. There was no one on BLUFOR that could have engaged that group, so that might have been an accidental blue on blue situation. But it looks like we have Striker Boa moving up. He is a medic. He'll be able to pull some of those guys out. No, he's going to leave Jonathan and knock his leg out from under him. So that's unfortunate. But in terms of GREENFOR's strategy there, that was textbook. 4 free kills. That's a really beautiful ambush. GREENFOR didn't really give anything away with that. And I think Striker Boa is now going to run out and try to medic Jonathan. But, no, I mean, that was excellent. They could also potentially go out here and steal this 50 cal Humvee if they wanted to. BLUFOR is coming up the flank as well, but no, that was great. That was I cannot praise that enough. I love how, like, Frank and Spam, they literally just adjusted. They did a quick coordination. All right, you kill that one. I'll kill the other one. Executed. 50 Calvic came up, got additional kills, and it's trades like that you want to make in Friday night fights, because if you do that enough times, only 2 or 3 to be perfectly honest, if you can then get a early numbers advantage, you'll do well. But we have a BLUFOR Grenadier firing from across the river. I think they've sighted some of the independent guys over here. Now, this independent team needs to reposition. Looks like they got Jonathan back up, and they're getting back in this 50 Calvic. I think Green Shade's going to join them. They're going to reposition. So, yeah, if they just pull back and do another ambush further in town and get them some more free kills, that's great. Because you got to remember, BLUFOR has the 15% numbers advantage. The last official number I saw was 57 versus 47. So killing 4 people early on, that would knock it to like 53 versus 47. Again, one more ambush, and it's going to be pretty much even. And we're probably going to see another ambush get set up right here, possibly by the marksman. If not an ambush, then they'll be able to call things out. This is Foehammer right here. What these guys need to be careful about, though, is not overextending themselves. Foehammer going from the green to the brown background here. Now he's getting up a little bit. He might get spotted by Nafs here early on. If Nafs looks to his right, Nafs could easily take Foehammer out, but he's not. Nope, there it is. There's the adjustment. Nafs now lining up his gun. But he gets dropped by Pop-Tart here, who spotted him, but he was able to drop Foehammer. Now BLUFOR, they're going to come up this little hill, and you're going to start seeing an engagement. There goes Potato there. Pop-Tart, and then Foehammer's going to get double tapped. So, 2-for-1 deal on that, but one of the GREENFOR marksman teams was knocked out because they played it a little too close. I think they just got tunnel vision on the front of the convoy without waiting it out to see if there were any additional forces. They should have been able to hear that other 117 coming up, though. But now BLUFOR is going to play this a little more cautiously, thinking there's potentially more guys in there. You see Nemesis doing some blind suppression. You got some more Vics kind of doing some blind suppression here. This is going to at least ward off Independent. But as I say that, they're driving a technical around in the low ground. I mean, that if they pulled up on the rear of one of the 117s could do some significant damage. And now you got BLUFOR. They've crossed the river here, and they could potentially counterattack this GREENFOR force. I think Wolf is gonna, yeah, he's gonna catch those guys out of position. He now needs to tell the BLUFOR guys, nope, instead he starts off with the shooting. Doc running right into his line of fire, not getting hit there though. What Wolf should have done was tell his guys that they were there. They could have all lined up some firing lines here and gotten some more kills, because now GREENFOR being alerted, they have an opportunity to pop smokes and pull out or even do another counterattack, which they don't know about this force right here. So I think the smart thing for them to do would be to pull back. No smokes being popped though, no one crippled though, so they can still be pretty active on their movement. Frank looks like he took a hit. He is now bandaging, but a little bit of a wasted opportunity because I think Wolf jumped the gun a little bit. And now we're seeing some more fire going in by Hernandez and Moon, trying to take out Greenshade, who's caught out in the open here. Took quite a few hits, at least 3 or 4 different gunshots, a 5th going in on his leg, a 6th going in on his leg, and 7th hits him in the chest. He goes unconscious. And now it looks like we're starting to see having some BLUFOR guys go for the double tap. GREENFOR still pulling their units around, and that one technical has gone way up north. I think BLUFOR needs to be having their helicopters come in to do a little bit better of kind of a recon element here. We got Flood and Jameson doing a wide flank here as well, I guess to do recon. Nope, they're BLUFOR marksman team doing some scouting. They're really close to independent positions, but that's still across the river, and we're also going to see this 5-man BLUFOR team try to come in from the south, but GREENFOR has tried to close that gap there, but it still leaves a lot of room for BLUFOR to potentially sneak up the river here using a little bit of this light fog, but they can easily still get spotted. And we've got Construct right here. Constructor, he'll be able to see that advance coming. We've got a major BLUFOR force coming around. They're going to probably come down this forested area right here and run into those independent defense lines. That does leave room for independent to then encircle that initial attack. If they're quick, they can take it out before the rest of BLUFOR's lines get in. Interesting. I don't think this is going to get stalled for time. Maybe we'll see independent potentially do a pull out and try to cover the second AO, but it's still anyone's guess. Does Eander have AT? I'm not sure if Eander is actually still awake. He usually doesn't play on NA, but we just heard an explosion go off. It was some sort of explosive trap by GREENFOR, I believe. Possibly trying to put that on the back to cover their retreat, which isn't a bad idea, but now you're having the BLUFOR Hueys come in. Possibly along the river, flying incredibly low to go on the southern side of the AO. Not a bad idea. The reason they're doing that is because Independent has an Igla, so it's hard for them to try to, you know, get some scouting information here. They're having to fly incredibly low so they do not get locked on. I was hoping we'd see this a little more early on, but I'm happy they're doing it now because this will at least let them get those sight lines in. But who we want to be looking at right now is Charlie 2, who is Buckets. And he's still able to get an Igla launch out and is able to hit G-Legs' Huey. Now, the nice thing about the Hueys is even if they get hit by an Igla, he's still going to be able to potentially recover that, and he's going to end up landing that helicopter right next to the other objective. So he needs to now pull up and break speed. He's probably, yeah, so they're firing blindly at that AO. He'll probably still be able to save it because he still has his engine going. But he's going to be out of the fight here. So good job on Buckets finding a decent firing line to overwatch this AO. And also good job on him for being quick to get that lock on. Meanwhile, we have this 50 cal Humvee pulled up back here. Night Owl does not notice, but he does have the AT to potentially take it out. So these guys covering the rear, they don't have the scope. That holographic on that 50, and we just saw, holy crap, that 50 cal just shoot Night Owl Hillary Clinton style 2 or 3 times in the back of the head. I'm not sure if Wiki, these guys don't seem to be reacting to it. Maybe Pierce is. But we now have these, oh, it is Scandi Recon now coming over. Here's Eander, and Eander has the mat weapon. You were right. Grenadier round going in, and now Eander is going to whip out his magic. And And there it is. Eander being the AT god of Friday night fights, one of the best AT guys I've ever seen. We're seeing some blind suppression back here on this other vehicle because they do not know it is not cleared. More AT going in just to make sure it's dead. And that body was already there, but, you know, they're just making sure that everything is taken care of. Meanwhile, we have a down 1117 right here. Because they got it stuck on a rock. Amazing. And they're trying to use the 50 cal here to knock it loose. But those were dead guys from the previous ambush, and they're still firing at that area to make sure everything's clear. So BLUFOR kind of tripping up a little bit, but they're playing everything incredibly cautiously, and that's helping them out. Meanwhile, we have BLUFOR. There was an explosive trap right here. They didn't wait for BLUFOR to move past it, though, because the angle to charge looks like got absorbed by both this tree and the sandbags. These guys weren't really taken out, but we have Jeff here getting flanked by Buckets, the Igla gunner. A little bit of smoke helping him get silhouetted out. We also have another 1117 that's pushing around. But the initial firefight being made by Task Force 121, the worrisome part here, though, is it's going to be very easy for them to get encircled because unless that 1117 moves in a bit closer to support, but with it being that close, it's very easy for it to get taken out by hostile AT. Heck, even Grenadier GLs would do a significant amount of damage over there. We just saw one of those GLs go through a tree up there and land far. And we also have this GREENFOR team coming around. They don't have any AT to take care of that 1117, though. Were they able to knock it loose? It looks like they were after ramming it with the Humvee, but we'll probably see something like that come around as well. And we got the BLUFOR team back here. It is taking fire, actually. GL just landed close by. Nurse looks like he's hit up a little bit. But this BLUFOR team is probably going to try to go through the forested route instead. But they have some openings to work with on that angle. So we just saw the 50 cals open up on this 1117. Driver is dead. Gunner is dead. His hands are dropped down. So BLUFOR is pretty much out of vehicle assets right now, except for the one 1117 they have and one of the Hueys, but looks like that Huey is still flying in formation, even though it was hit by the Igla. Its tail rotor, they were actually able to land it, repair it, because you see it partially spinning, so I stand corrected. BLUFOR has some of their vehicle assets still, but they can easily be countered with what Independent has. What BLUFOR needs to do at this point, we just, I think, saw a dismount off a 1117, just got shot to shit. But what we need is BLUFOR to basically regroup and attack as a unified force. Otherwise, they're not going to make it too far. Meanwhile, GREENFOR moving up. We have Snow AFK right here. That's going to be an easy free kill for Twig. And Twig's going to hold because he doesn't know what else is up there. Not a bad call to make, but, you know, also lets his GREENFOR guys catch up. GREENFOR could take this Humvee and do some significant damage, probably knock out the other 1117 and then pull out before anything major happens. But we have BLUFOR, that other marksman team coming around. I think one of them just dropped a guy. Yeah, so Flood's been racking up a few kills here, and we do have Jameson with a PKM. Is T5 Bay alive? Yeah, no, they knocked out T5 Bay's team back here and took his machine gun. So that's who they just murdered right there. It's rare to see T5 Bay get caught in a tight spot like that. Usually he's the one doing that ambushing. And Flood and Jameson will be able to move into this town and act as a pretty nasty, aggressive force. And that's something that Independent really can't afford to have right now because of how spread thin they are. Meanwhile, other marksman teams still outside of this other AO haven't realized that they that place isn't garrisoned. And you have another BLUFOR team coming in, squaring off with Warwick and Firefighter, two really good players. And they're making the BLUFOR guys pay for it. Basically a lot of small-scale skirmishing. You got Sholand up here also firing at the 121 force coming in. But now you're having the rest of BLUFOR kind of trickle in. GREENFOR, as I predicted, is going to take this Humvee. And probably shout the rear value here. And you got some rounds from the GREENFOR guys going past. And you can tell by the little tracers right there that, you know, they're going over. So BLUFOR has adjusted now to go into where those tracers are going, which is not a bad call. I'm surprised Independent didn't take the other two guys. Instead, they left them here. And I guess they're moving on foot, but they're also taking some of the, yeah, one of them took one of the 5.56 weapons, and now you have the 50 cal opening up, but BLUFOR was waiting for them. And they are engaging that Humvee, and yeah, driver and gunner are down. Matt team fired a shot. That was Eander. He missed, but I mean, the driver and gunner are dead right there. So yeah, Scandi Recon is the force right here. They are one of the best forces in Friday night fights. They're always pulling their rear security. They're always making sure to look every direction they can, which is, you know, that 360. And they make any group that tries to ambush them pay for it. Meanwhile, we just had a big explosion go off right here. That was an explosive trap. I don't know who set that. Was an independent guy, but BLUFOR wasn't in there. They were just breaching some of the guys defending this spot. And they also knocked out someone off of the 50 cal. So yeah, BLUFOR has a big amount of forces spread out here, and they're able to basically get in this AO and do a lot of damage here. We got BLUFOR also climbing a tower right here. If they get up to the top, they could get a lot of free kills right here because GREENFOR is kind of pulling back to hold this one AO, and BLUFOR is doing a pretty nasty encirclement. This AO could still go either way. It's going to really fall to the PvP here. But we have Jameson and Flood now. I mean, they could easily get some free kills up here. Because we got, let's see, a marksman. That's an MOS scope tied to, a whatchamacallit, a SCAR. So 7.62, both of them are sticking their guns out. There's the fire now going out. So Tech is crippled, he gets knocked out. Killinger has no idea where it's coming from, he gets knocked out. Vormolk also getting killed. Great drops right there. I doubt Tech's gonna, oh, he could. I only see 1 or 2 wounds right there. But yeah, no, Independent has no idea where that fire came from, and people around aren't really gonna realize what that was because that was a PKM firing. And they know they have independent forces up here that are friendly as well, so it's gonna take a little bit of communication for Independent to realize what happened. I mean, these guys, they're none the wise. Like, Consigns didn't know that just happened. Montgomery, he's sticking his head out. He's looking at the towers. But you have Buckets and Vargrant now climbing this tower, and this is going to make a really interesting Miss PID issue here. And you got Sjoland in this tower. So, Independent has no idea this has happened. One of them just threw a smoke grenade. Now he's throwing the smoke grenade out as Bucket's getting to the top. But yeah, that smoke's going to billow out. And, oh, I thought Buckets glitched out right there. We have, I thought there was a shot going up on that tower. Now they're firing at Buckets from the other tower. He's going to get in the other ladder and climb down, but he takes a hit. And he gets killed. That was the AA gunner. So the helicopters are going to be pretty well secure. Vargren, I think, saw that his buddy just got killed from, because he can just look up. And now these guys, they're striking at the, they just killed the gunner off of that, Vic. I mean, this is a great play by Jameson and Flood. Now you got Cullen and Nightshade. I think these are all 1-2-1 guys. And I saw 1-2-1. They took a pretty nasty beating here, but now they're going to be able to get into the town. Meanwhile, Boston, his Vic got shot to shits, I believe by one of the helicopters. And now GREENFOR is really running out of options here because they have a shit ton of BLUFOR guys around. Vargrant just took out Cullen. Nightshade just tried to pre-fire that corner, but screwed up that shot. Vargrant now has no idea what's going on. You're seeing Sjoland getting knocked out by Flood and Jameson because, again, that 7.62 miss PID really messed him up. Cullen trying to turn around and drop him. He's unable to, and Nightshade is being extra cautious right there. We just heard another explosive trap go off by where BLUFOR was advancing on that bunker, but again, the shape of the charge, the bunker took most of it and not really... didn't really do any damage to BLUFOR itself. Nightshade, yep, still being incredibly cautious on that tower. All he needs to do is just run on the other way, and then he'll be able to get those kills. But Vargrant now climbing up. He might be able to catch this 2 BLUFOR guys off guard and score a kill. But yeah, Nightshade, gotta be a little more aggressive with your pushes there. But I think the actions of Flood and Nightshade are great, but now these two are getting engaged by friendly forces because there's some miss PID going on. So Vargren's going to get up on that other tower. I think he's trying to take the Igla, potentially. And And yep, the marksman team's also looking to that AO, not seeing anything though. They're trying to do a friendly wiggle here, but now they're shooting at the other tower to make Vagrant get down. And Nightshade is watching that like a hawk, so they can easily trap Vagrant in there, but he's broken off now. And these guys, again, getting engaged by their own guys because there is, you know, a mis-PID communication going on. Meanwhile, we have Firefighter on the third story over here. Yanni and Skelly are breaching. Firefighter has a good angle here, but he's pulling this in. He's basically holding this building on his own. And yep, so Skelly's doing a good job trying to look up in that second story. And Firefighter, he's on the balcony right here, picking some cheeky spots. He's about to run into Yanni. Skelly engages him. Yanni's still none the wiser here. Firefighter's jumped down on the base of the stairs, manages to knock Skelly out, and he's gonna pull back. Grenade goes off, takes out his legs, and plenty of the windows. That was an interesting fight. So now we have Nightshade down at the base of the tower here. Vagrant's gonna run in, but Nightshade is able to keyhole him. I thought Vagrant was gonna be able to get the kill there, but Nightshade just had the better accuracy there, and he goes for the double tap and gets some revenge from Cullen's kill. Now here's the funny thing, is Nightshade going to, yep, he's gonna go back in there and medic up just as his friends are coming down. They're probably gonna say hello. Yeah, so it's gonna push him out. And yeah, so now these guys are like a triple threat. And I don't think Nightshade knew they were there because he immediately turns around to wonder why he was just getting pushed across the floor. Pocket friendlies. Now we got Kevin, Jeff, the rest of Task Force 121. They brought a lot of people here today. They are starting to come in. We're seeing some more fire coming from those Hueys. The Hueys are getting a little more aggressive here because they're realizing that they're not taking any AA fire anymore, so they're assuming that the AA guy is dead, and now they're basically going to circle this area and blow stuff up. But unfortunately, an explosive trap goes off on that vehicle, taking out the near entirety of the 1-2 force movement. This was at least 6 dudes, and only one of them is still up and active. This is what I'm talking about. This is the power of explosive traps in Friday Night Fights. A beautiful play here by one of the independent guys. I'm willing to bet that was Montgomery. Is he a demo spec guy? No, he's a squad lead. Who's a demo guy? It would be Carlson or someone else, but someone might have picked it off of someone else to get it. But that was a beautiful explosive play. I didn't hear any AT go off. I just heard the explosion. And now we have Nielsen poking his head out and getting a free kill off of one of the guy that was that survived, excuse me. Stubai was able to wake up and start bandaging himself, but GREENFOR just scored a great amount of kills to help kind of even the fight out. Absolutely beautiful there. Meanwhile, BLUFOR's realized that GREENFOR has all of their eggs in one basket. They're now breaching this town looking for the cache. I don't see any of them as explosive specialists, so they'll probably just mag dump it to get the kill, and that'll mean that this kind of falls in where the main fight's going to be. I don't know what Nightshade was just firing at there. But something you're going to notice is they set up a network requirement now for you have to have a certain maintained network in order to connect, because if you don't, that's what can lag the server out. So that's a new feature that they have. But Stubby getting shot. His arms are getting hit. He's trying to crawl a little more to the right, and Nielsen's trying to take him out. But again, I cannot stress this enough. If you rig a vehicle, as long as it's not like a Ural, Kevin's woken back up, by the way. If you load up any vanilla Vic, it just, some RHS Vics are pretty bad. We just saw Warlords come in with a stolen 1117, and they're now engaging the other 1117, trying to shoot out the gun there. They might have just disabled it, actually, but that's a nice play to see. GREENFOR stolen that. We'll also see Nielsen clean up house with these remaining guys. But yeah, if you set explosives on vehicles, and you can take down entire buildings with that stuff, and you can score a lot of kills, and I really hope we see more and more of that going forward. But look at that. Conscience going down to Flying Finn's amazing keyhole through a doorway, through an alleyway, through a market to get Conscience down. He could still wake back up, though. And honestly, this match, it's still in BLUFOR's favor in terms of numbers. and we've seen a lot of great plays, but Independent still have a decent defensive line here. They have a 117 that they can use. They disabled the other 117's gun. Looks like they got it repaired, though, and facing forward. BLUFOR is... They're trying to... They flew the helicopter in, and now they're having the 240 mag dump the cache, and there goes the cache. They just used the chopper gunners to basically blow that cache up. Now the helicopter's going to land and pick them up. Another smart play. So I really love the tactics we're seeing tonight in this match alone. Usually it doesn't get this advanced, but my hat's off to them. But for both sides, honestly, have been playing a really good match. Let's see. Looks like Flood, his battle buddy went down. But he's on 7 kills right now. Now he's going to go around, might catch Carlson out of position here. Or Carlson's going to catch him out. No, Carlson turns around at the worst possible moment. He would have been able to get Flood killed, and that would have been it for BLUFOR's flank here. And now it's up to these guys. But 117's pushed up, gets a free down on Olaf, and is now getting mag dumped. They're now remounting their 117. This 117 just knocked out 3 dudes for BLUFOR. Could still wake back up, but AT now comes in by Skelly. That was an M72 Law. But that Vic, it was a rear hit where nothing vital was, because this is also an APC that can fit people on the back, so they're going to pull away. But that was a beautiful play right there. His gunner, though, Twig King, is down, though, so they got to reposition and try to get him back up. Now you got Homebrew looking up to kind of look at the damage here. He's not a medic, though. That would be up to Yanni to go back and get them up. But yeah, no, those guys are screwed. And now you're having a BLUFOR helicopter come around and land. Will Cosmonaut be able... He has a GL. It's a water-based landing. He could catch Galil out of position right here. Great tactic by BLUFOR. But now you've got 2 independent guys shooting at Galil to knock him out. That was both Anderson and Cosmonaut. Cosmonaut probably radioed to Anderson to have him turn positions. And there goes Galil getting knocked out. He was a marksman. And now Potato's going to try to get behind a boat here as Cosmonaut's suppressing him. Meanwhile, looking back, we got Flood alive over here. Still in a potential area to weave around. We're going to see the 15-minute warning get called in a minute. Independent's done a really good job, but I think with how close BLUFOR is, we're not going to see this lose to time. It's going to be down to the PvP. 117 has come back around. Looks like Twig woke back up in the Vic. He's trying to find a shot here. AT or something just came in, but it was a miss. At that angle, I have no idea what engaged it. And now you have the freaking Huey coming by to deliver a very close barrage of fire. And the other Hueys in the back. We got the 117. It is being loaded with casualties. Looks like Olaf didn't survive. And I think they're going to have a medic in there to try to get everyone back up. Meanwhile, Flood... coming around, he's gonna see Kernshaw and Nielsen, but Flood decides not to turn that corner, probably hearing Nielsen's footsteps through the building. That is possible. There's the 15-minute warning officially called. Potato's still alive, trying to pop some smokes to reposition. Looks like he got shot a few times, and he is gonna make a move here. Cosmonaut now quickly trying to drop him, but isn't able to see him in that keyhole. Tries adjusting, manages to take out Potato's leg. Potato is in trouble. Oh, taking more hits. Potato might just be able to get away and get behind that rock. He's stuck on a tree, though. He doesn't realize it. But I think Potato's going to be able to get out of there. Yep, and gets right behind that rock, so he'll be able to bandage. Meanwhile, we have Moon and Yanni coming around. And they were able to get Kernshaw and Nielsen, but more grenades being thrown. One knocks out Moon. That would be Snow. A little bit of a misidentification there. Or, I think miscommunication would have been the better word, because they didn't know that there was a flanking attack going in. You got Yanni now trying to double tap. Yanni is a medic, though. I feel like he could be used elsewhere and where other people are down, because BLUFOR and Independent are looking pretty even in terms of numbers right now. The balance of power has been really shifting this entire time. BLUFOR, even though they had that first ambush go against them on those M2 Humvees, still maintained the numbers advantage. And then they were doing really well with Flood and his assistant getting some additional kills. But, I mean, just GREENFOR with that explosive trap, for example, were really able to redefine the balance here. And now Warlord is catching the infantry out of position here. Gets a free kill off of that. This is Warlords and Twig Cane with that stolen 117. Twig Cane started with no kills in here and has already racked up 4. Moon is woken back up by Yanni the medic. I'm surprised none of these GREENFOR guys are poking their heads out on the front here. They'd be able to get 2 more free kills. And this is pretty fucking even. Nemesis doing his best to try to mag dump that 117. It's not going to be that effective. 117 getting another free kill. They also killed the gunner turned out of the 117. What the hell? BLUFOR is just throwing manpower away, but a lot of their guys that are still up are part of Scandi Recon. But is Eander gonna miss PID his 117 right here? Doesn't look like it. Other 117, the driver is dead because it's not appearing anymore. That would have been Warlord, so it's up to Twig King, but he is the gunner. His gun might not be able to turn up and down right now. The swivel still, but the gun's ability to move up and down its defilade is, I think, disabled. So both 117's in pretty bad shape right now. And you got BLUFOR coming up to this position. Nemesis and Grav moving up. Nemesis has been given an M240 Bravo. He was part of Charlie, so he's probably a Charlie 1 machine gunner, and now he's going to breach this sucker by himself. He's got multiple GREENFOR guys in here, but holy crap! Montgomery knocking out Nemesis, and then Quigley knocking out Grav. I thought they were a little too overexposed, but they were able to quickly get those headshots. And if Independent can do that again, we're going to see Independent's balance of power get shifted to them in favor of winning here. We have 11.5 minutes left. Again, I don't think this is going to fall to time. Meanwhile, Cosmonaut, don't know what he was shooting at back there. But Moon and Wolf breaching this building. Eander back here. And we can't tell who's who in these 113s. The one the guy had turned out is the BLUFOR one. That'll be Infidel in that pick. Now we're having some chopper gunners go down. Eander going up to this building, getting taken out by this group back here. If BLUFOR is still left guessing, they're not communicating where the Independent are. They could just keep losing men. But Independent has made a really good system here. Cosmonaut, I think, firing at somebody else. Ooh. That's another BLUFOR kill. And now Cosmonaut trying to put 40 millimeter inside Moon's building. Yanni looking around, not knowing where those shots are coming from. I think Independent has successfully changed the balance of power here. Everyone else I'm seeing is just out, like, just completely out of position. We've got Falcon with an Independent marksman rifle. That's cute. But Moon is now down. Skelly and Yanni are the only 2 guys. We've got Potato here as well. But Independent has the number advantage now. Another Grenadier round going in. Moon looks like he got up for a second. He's going back in that unconscious animation. But BLUFOR is also very divided. They have no idea where the fire's coming from. Now you got Anderson and Cosmonaut shooting down at Finn. And I think Twig King, nope, someone else I thought was firing, but that might have just been Ricochet. Another Grenadier round going in there. They're trying to choke Yanni out. And Infidel's now driving this 117 in here. Another GL goes in, but it's over. And you have this Vic parked right here. Chopper going low and slow, trying to strike at some of the Independent guys' positions. But BLUFOR, what they need to do is they need to reconsolidate and try to corner where this cache is, but they have a very large search area. Looks like Iceberg is landing with his 2 pilots. And that's going to give him a little bit more numbers here. 9 minutes remaining. It could still go either way. Skelly is going into Cosmonaut's building. He hears his footsteps, though. Cosmonaut caught in a reload. Skelly unable to see in there. Skelly might catch Cosmonaut leaving the back entrance. Oh, what a beautiful breach by Skelly. Took a few hits there, but was able to keep moving while Cosmonaut stayed a static target, and Skelly was able to get the headshot. Any one of these kills made on BLUFOR Op4 could make or break this. Infidel, meanwhile, dismounting. Twigkin trying to get a free kill, unable to. Now you have a different story here. Moon and Yanni have woken back up, and it is now the balance of powers back to BLUFOR. Someone just got dropped right here by Montgomery. I honestly don't know who. So they're breaching the rest of this building. But now you're seeing Falcon lead the charge here. He's going to try to breach these independent guys. And you got Iceberg and 2 other pilots here trying to come in. And again, that helicopter is... it's got 4 people in there. I think that helicopter would be better if it landed right now and helped with the breach. They could overwhelm the remaining independent forces. Falcon doing a slow breach on Constructor's building. No, Falcon, other way! Turn! Oh, Falcon, I've raced you better! Falcon! Falcon, you fucking bellend! That's why you check both corners when you breach the building. Meanwhile, it's just a decent unit right there. Moon just might have gotten shot by some friendlies here. And yeah, there's the AF guy, Iceberg, shot in the head right there, but ay. I think BLUFOR could still get in here. They're on the first story now. There's only one way up there in GREENFOR. I mean, they have lost the guy. They still got Montgomery right there holding it, but... BLUFOR could also get up here and then enhanced movement jump on there, but that's why Dreek is holding that position, and then Hasenberg is down here holding the cache itself. 6.5 minutes. Still could go either way. But I think that helicopter needs to come in and do a landing. That's the weaker one, so it might have an issue when it tries to land. Oh, it's spinning out. I think the pilot will be good enough to get out of that. That's G-Legs, but yeah, no, he needs to land and get those guys down ASAP. So there's Moon. I think this is my Moon, actually. The Moon I know from 501st, so I'm going to shit on him later. But yeah, no, BLUFOR's still looking for this cache. And they're trying to do a low fly-in here. Ooh, Jesus. Wow. Talk about fancy flying. And there you go. 4 more BLUFOR guys coming in to look for this cache. It is a 5v10, but GREENFOR is on the defensive and BLUFOR is still looking for these caches. Five and a half minutes to go. Still could go either way. Yes, you can play the next round. Do exclamation point FNF. I completely forgot to put that in the title. I will for the next round. But you can jump in their Discord, get their mod set, and you can come in too. We got DeVincer loading a fresh mag here. These GREENFOR guys are being incredibly quiet. I think there was a bad frag in that building. But they're basically all searching around. We have Skelly that's coming here. He gets Constructor. Revenge for Falcon dying. We have Anderson holding his own right here. But yep, so we got a BLUFOR body right here. I think DeVincer's going to notice that. They got to open this door. And G-Legs has taken the MAT team gun. And Montgomery getting keyholed from that window. Or excuse me, DeVincer getting keyholed by Montgomery through that window. Now you're seeing some leg shots. Because the legs have gone through the door and he's trying to double tap him from that. So DeVincer waking back up and immediately goes unconscious again. And Dreek has pulled out. He's firing down on that ladder. But this is going to alert BLUFOR to this position now. But there are 4 minutes remaining. These guys need... actually, they do have the MAT team rifle, so they can instantly demo the cache with a direct hit. They're going to drag DeVincer down, but they need to get this building under control ASAP. Meanwhile, Anderson taken out. You see BLUFOR jumping rooftop to rooftop here. They are regrouping. Now it's going to be a matter of can GREENFOR hold this out for 3 minutes? Because I think in that remaining time, BLUFOR is still going to be looking for that cache. Ooh, rocket going in. to try to breach that area. They got to pull Devincer out of the way. Dreek now coming out, trying to get a free kill on Yanni. Yanni survived, though. And now you've got Montgomery holding that doorway. I think Iceberg ran in there, and he has been knocked out. Dreek getting back up, trying to hit Yanni. Dreek unfortunately getting knocked out by Skelly. Grenades going in. Montgomery quickly runs back upstairs. Grenade goes off, takes his legs out. Muniz is down. This is a really cheeky spot that Montgomery's in. Because Muniz is still alive, he still has physics, and JY is not able to get up there. So what BLUFOR needs to do, Mountain had the right idea. Go to this rooftop, kill this guy, jump over, and you can take it out. 3 minutes remaining. So Muniz now getting into a firefight here with Montgomery. Holding that corner, takes Montgomery out, waiting him out. That was a really good call by Muniz there. Dreek now tries to shoot JY in the back. The helicopter boys are coming up. Dreek now taking fire. Muniz got first hit there. Oh, but Dreek is caught in a reload. Tried to go strafe on the right, wasn't able to. But Dreek getting his feet knocked out at the worst possible spot in the open doorway, and he has now been double tapped. So now it's a matter of a lot of double tap. Can they find Hassinger with this cache? He's using it for cover. Oh, damn! Muniz getting knocked out immediately. But now BLUFOR needs to get in here. Hold this cache. I think Muniz might still be able to wake back up. But all Hassinger needs to do is hold that doorway. Instead, he's going to try to shut it. Mountain might have just seen that door move, though. Less than 2 minutes remaining. Falcon, you forgot to check your corner. Another pilot coming in. He goes down. Smoke grenade gets popped into the building. Another smoke grenade. That's not what you want to be doing. You need frags. Hassinger switched to his handgun, switching to his RPG instead. Fires a rocket in there. Grenade goes off. That knocks out Hassinger's legs. Minute 15 remaining. Honestly, they just need an AT guy to hit the cache and they win. More grenades getting thrown. Honestly, just like shoot the corner of the cache. You don't have to kill him. You just have to knock the cache out. Said Mountain running in. Can't see what he's shooting at through the smoke. Blindly suppressing. Goes prone. Mountain now trying to spin around. Hassinger doing a second to do a panic reload. But a pilot runs in here. It's Yanni with an M249. 45 seconds on the clock. Magdum's starting to go off on this cache. I think they're going to get it in time. Wow. "30 seconds. Guys, you need to be shooting at the cache. Oh, hold up. We got a lock coming in here. There we go. Yanni's just going to blast it. And there it is. And he knocks everyone out with the explosion and backblast. So, down to the last 30 seconds, Independent made an exceptional play there. That keyhole was amazing. I think it would have been a little better if they had this open door right here, and they would have been able to completely lock this down. Montgomery keyholing from that window, and then that open doorway stopping anyone from going in, and then you have this guy right here watching this open door. They could have completely locked that area down, but at the same time, the fact that that lasted so long is in and of itself amazing.